Aries, welcome to your quickie reading. This is going to cover the time between March 22nd through the 28th. So when I say week, that is the span of time I'm referring to. This is a microscope on a short period of time, so keep in mind that the energy you see here in this quickie reading, it's going to pass quickly. Okay, with that said, let's get started. You did choose, or I chose for you, stuck in the mud. And normally when someone is stuck in the mud, I would say that would be a precarious situation. But in this deck, stuck in the mud is just spirit trying to tell you to stop and gain clarity before moving forward with something. We also pulled 3 oracle cards, and for some reason I was really called to keep them. I wasn't called to put them back and start over again. You do have the card of rebirth here. This is something... It's a difficult thing to see, but it is something it's sort of like a phoenix, but not really. This is something rising from something that was dead back into life. You may be trying to acquire warmth, or you're trying to acquire sustenance from something that cannot give you what you're looking for. As you can see, he's trying to get warmth from a video of a fireplace on a TV or a screen of some kind. And, you know, no matter how long he sits there, he's not going to get warm. He's trying to get something from a source that looks like it's something, but it's not. And you also have this card, which is the card of hope. This is the card of someone who's working diligently to get to something here. And if this person were to give up right now, obviously he or she would walk away with nothing. But this is the universe or spirit trying to tell you it's really close. You're really close to something here, Aries. It's a lot of information for a quickie reading, but I'm going to go with it. We're going to keep going until we figure everything out, okay? You do have... the signs so far on the table are Gemini and Libra. Now, obviously, these smaller cards this could encompass all the air signs and all the fire signs, but I'm talking about the major arcana here. You do have Justice, and this is Libran energy, and many times I would say justice is yours. And I suppose if that is what the treasure you're seeking, Spirit is telling you in no uncertain terms that justice will be yours. There is no two ways about it. The Spirit also might be telling some of you that, you know, you may need more balance in your life. There may be something out of balance here. There is something with this stuck in the mud card that Spirit is asking you to pause and consider. If you're considering giving up, please pause and figure that out. It looks like there is a rebirth on the table, but it looks like you're also going to have to let go of something that is not providing you with what you need. You're not getting what you need from something in your life here, Aries. And these are things that the stuck in the mud card asks you to contemplate and think about. You do have the Knight of Swords, which is further evidence of not moving forward so quickly. I'm hearing not so quick. Not so quick. Not so quick here with the Knight of Swords in reverse. You have the Two of Wands. Think about this more. Not so quick. Think about this more. You're going to have more choices. With the Lovers is a choice. And, you know, if this is a relationship situation, you're going to have a third choice. That ladder indicates a third choice. So what I'm hearing here is try to find some balance in your thoughts and in your actions. Not so quick. Think about this more. Another choice is coming. Try to do something that Aries might find a little difficult to do. Aries find it difficult to be patient. By the way, you do have a birthday reading posted, and it's beautiful. It's a pick a card reading just for Aries. So check that out if you can. But yeah, Aries don't have they can lose their temper pretty quickly. They can lose their patience pretty quickly. I think Spirit here is trying to tell you that there is a rebirth coming. There's something coming here. Both of these cards, indicate something is on its way. And this could be something to do with work. This could be something you've been working on, that you may have secret fantasies about giving up. This may be, but I can tell you there's going to be some sort of life breathed into this situation. There is going to be a payoff here, but it comes with it comes with a choice here. It definitely comes with the choice here that you're going to have to make. You're going to have to give something up. There's something in your life that serves no purpose. And you need to figure out what that is and sort of give up on that. And the stuck in the mud is beckoning you to think about things along with this Justice card, and definitely think about it. You do have here at the bottom of this deck, you have this card is a card of someone on the outside looking in. And this is what you don't see coming. There might be something in your life or someone in your life that needs to be snipped. And at some point in the future, they're going to be on the outside looking in. This absolutely could be a job as well. It could definitely be a job. Let me know in the comments. In the future, too, here, you have the Two of Coins. It's you able to balance things. It's not easy. This is not an easy job, okay, as it's pictured here. But you do find a way to balance things here, Aries. You have the Star. And the Star is you making it up that mountain. But as you can see, this person is by themselves. They do things by themselves. This is Aquarius energy. This is the Star. This is your healing. This is your hopes and dreams. This is accomplishing something. Perhaps after a Tower moment has occurred in your life, you have the Five of Swords in reverse, which is the end of sort of defensiveness, the end of feeling like you have to constantly defend your position. The Six of Wands, my God, which is movement into, well, your readings have been off the charts lately, Aries. The Six of Wands is movement, is fire energy like yourself, movement in a victorious direction. You have the Devil, and the Devil is Capricorn energy, but more than that, for many of you, this could have something to do with your finances, your abundance, winning. The King of Swords, which, unlike Aries, the King of Swords actually is more Aquarian energy. There might be an Aquarian in your life that sort of counts in this reading for some reason. But the King of Swords steps into a position of making choices from logic, from their head, not their heart, not in an impassioned way like an Aries would. But, with this stuck in the mud, you need to stop, you need to gain clarity, and you need to make choices based on logic. You have the Fool. I mean, I'm not even going to go past this because this is brand new energy. New path. With this card right here, Aries, you are, and this card, with these two cards, there is a new path opening up for you. You just have to be patient enough to stand still, to figure this out, to get on the right path, to make choices that are not based on passion, not based on anger, not based on even happiness. You need to make them based on logic. And there is a slight warning here to get rid of the excess baggage that serves no purpose. Lighten your load so you can go up that mountain, wherever it is, the Star, and you can go through that door where the Fool is. Lighten your load. You need to lighten your load here, Aries. Let's pull one more card for you. For Aries, please. For Aries for this week, please. You have basket, recognition, and rewards. I would say so, definitely. The Six of Wands denotes rewards and recognition. So if this is indeed a work or abundance situation, you're there. You have a lot of really good stuff heading toward you. Even your birthday reading, I'm not going to say which group it was, but there was one group in particular that really did well. One more for Aries, please. One more for Aries. One more for Aries. Ah, beautiful. You got the goldfish. This is wealth. Material wealth. What did I say? This devil. A lot of people give it a bad rap. Sometimes it is toxic energy. But I told you, this is your material abundance. This is stuff. This is wealth. I see no problems here. There's just going to be someone or something in the future on the outside looking in. Maybe feeling a little bad that they handled this in a certain way. Maybe not. Maybe this could be a job that didn't give you what you needed. Could be a relationship that didn't give you what you needed. I think they're going to have some regrets in the future. Your job here is to stand still and listen to the voice in your head that's logical, not impassioned. I wish you all the luck. I'll see you next time. Big hugs and happy birthday. Taurus, welcome to your weekly Quickie reading. This is going to cover the 22nd, right, through the 28th of March. The energy on this table is going to pass quickly, so regardless of how ominous it may or may not sound, keep that in mind. It's a microscope on a short period of time. That said, let's get started. You did pull the Strength card here in reverse, and in this deck, it's similar to Tarot. This deck does take reversals. This is the first day I'm actually using this deck, but I did read through the book, and when these cards come in reverse, it's very similar. There is strength that is weakening. This could be your health. This could be something as simple as a cold where you just don't feel yourself this week. It could be a bond between two people that feels a little weak at the moment. With some of the other cards here, I could see how that would fit. You did pull this card, and this card here, this Oracle card, is the card of gambling. Now, in this particular instance, you may feel something is a gamble. You may feel like you're not sure of a situation. You're not sure of something that's going on here. You do have the Emperor in reverse, and so Aries energy for sure, but the Emperor in reverse is not exactly a strong position, or it could very well be a position of power that someone's abusing. And that could be a work situation for sure, or it could be a love situation. It could be a love situation. You may feel like the bond between you and someone else is weakening. You may feel that they're manipulating you. You may feel a bit manipulated. You may feel like this situation is a gamble. You do have the High Priestess in reverse, Piscean energy, but obviously more than that, the High Priestess in reverse does not know what she should know to make a proper judgment on the situation. So there is stuff this week that you don't know. And when I see a stretch of time like this, I always tell people to wait it out until you do know, until you do feel stronger in your opinions, or you do feel stronger in what you know and don't know, when it's less of a gamble, if that makes sense. Do have the Queen of Cups here. So whether you're male or female, whether your love interest is male or female, there is something on the table, and it comes along with the Page of Cups, which is, a message of love. It could be a message, it could be an apology. It could be a message you've been waiting on from a certain person. It could be anything, but it's definitely positive. It's not negative. So I think, honestly, you do have, I think the message here really is to wait it out. But let's look. You do have the Two of Cups. So this, for some of you, this is absolutely a relationship we're talking about with the Two of Cups. You may feel a certain way that might not have any anchor in reality. Or they may feel a certain way about you. Maybe they feel you're manipulating them. There is a misunderstanding here on the table, and you're not in a strong position to uncover the truth at the moment. You do not have a position of strength here to uncover what's actually going on. But like I said at the beginning of the reading, microscope, short period of time. You do have this card here, and this is usually an indication of it's the feminine. It's the divine feminine, so that could be you, or it could be the person that you're involved with, for sure. There is a rescue card here in reverse, and that is further telling me not to take action. Do not take action here. You do have the Ace of Cups, which is a beautiful sign of love, especially when it comes right after the Two of Cups. You have the Two of Cups, the Ace of Cups, the Queen of Cups, the Page of Cups. A lot of cup energy on the table. And we all have weeks like this where, for one reason or another, maybe you're arguing with this person. Maybe you're unsure of this person. Maybe this person has done some sketchy stuff. Maybe you have done some sketchy stuff. You're not in a position of power this week to make a decision that's going to benefit you. So you need to wait it out. You do have the Hermit. And see, this is your future. What you don't see coming is you coming out of this introspect. You should be, Taurus. What you should aim for this week is introspective energy. Figure out what's going on before you act on it. Because when you come out of this introspective energy, you do have this passion again. You have the Page of Cups, you have the Page of Wands. So you have messages that will be coming in, and here's some positive movement, with the Eight of Wands. And more positive movement with the Six of Swords, moving to a better place. Passionate, positive movement. The Four of Coins, hanging on to what's yours. The Four of Coins is hanging on to what's yours. You have the Nine of Cups, which is manifesting your dreams. Then this is the future, what you may not see coming this week. And I could see with these cards how you may not see this coming. And you have the Moon in reverse, which is beautiful energy. It's illumination. It's with whatever you don't see with this High Priestess in reverse, you will see in the future with the Moon in reverse. So, this is a week of, I think, trying to be patient. And I did tell Aries a similar thing. I know Aries and Taurus, generally speaking, aren't patient. They like things when they like them, especially Aries. But I think Taurus can be logical when they're called to be. And I think they can calm down when they're called to, and when they think that it benefits them to be that way. And I'm telling you, this week it benefits you to be that way. Show me for Taurus. You have chair filled. See, someone new is entering your life. But you know what? I don't know about that. I mean, that may be obviously true of at least one of you, but the way this reading's going, this person is going to come back and fill that chair again. So I don't think, whatever it is you're feeling unsure about this week, I think is going to be different in the weeks to come. And you have a position of authority, throne. I would say so. With this Emperor in reverse here, the Emperor does sit on a throne. This could be you, right? Or this could be someone else in your life. And, just because they have a position of authority it can be your boss, it can be your mother, it can be your spouse, but it also can be someone that just means a lot to you. And so what they do and don't do has a serious effect on you. And when the Emperor is in reverse, many times it feels manipulative. Okay? This chair and this throne will be filled again. So if you're going through something now, Taurus, it looks very temporary, and you just wait until your strength is restored, and it feels like less of a gamble, and everything becomes clear, and then you'll know what to do instinctively. Big hugs. Don't forget, your birthday reading is coming up in April. Big hugs. Gemini, welcome to your Quickie reading. This is going to cover the 22nd through the 28th. So when I say week, that's the span of time I'm referring to. The energy on this table is going to pass quickly. So let's look at everything. You do have, let's start here. You have the goblins coming in sideways, and usually when the goblins come out, this particular card is the card when something is being healed. And you know, when healing is relative, right? You could heal, let's take it literally. You can heal the wound, and that scar can be terrible, right? And if you don't clean it out properly, it could lead to an infection, but the skin over it may heal, but you're not really healed, right? Or you could heal seamlessly because you're doing everything correctly. Goblins tend to come out when something is healed and something essential is taken during that process. Something important is taken away. This could be a healing between two people. This could be a healing in your brain. You could be trying to heal from something and the goblins come out to play, and something essential from your mindset has been taken, almost scar-like, from the situation. Or like I said, it could be, you know, when two people are trying to heal something and they brush it under the rug instead of actually speaking on it and healing it properly, goblins will come out. This is coming in sideways, so to me there is a choice you have to make here. In my reading, sideways cards always denote a choice. Here you have the card of speaking something into existence. As you can tell, it's the Milky Way. What your words matter, Gemini. Your words matter. What you say matters. It matters in your situation. It matters. I mean, I'm going to, even if you take this quite literally, even if you take it to where you have a health problem and you're not addressing it, sometimes the words we say to ourselves matter, right? Even if you have an issue with depression, if you have an issue with anxiety, some of the things we say to ourselves matters. It can be very healing, or it can be quite the opposite, right? So this is going to be different for all of you, but there is something that may not heal properly, and it has a direct result about what you're saying. So if this is a relationship, what you say is going to matter here. What you say and don't say will matter here. The goblins can come out, but this could be in reverse, right? It's sideways. This is a choice. It's choice-based, right? You have the Four of Cups. You may feel, you may not be feeling yourself. You may be feeling down. You may be feeling like there's lack of energy, lack of passion with the Ace of Wands in reverse, lack of forward motion. You have the Six of Coins in reverse. You may feel very alone, lack of help. You may feel stressed out. You may feel pretty down. But I have to tell you, you do have the Wheel of Fortune, and this tells me that you have more control over the situation than you think. Okay? You do. You have a lot more control over the situation than you think. If this is a love situation, you're being asked to treat someone tenderly, right? To be tender. If this is a situation where you're trying to heal from somebody else, you're being asked to treat yourself tenderly. Watch the words you speak in this situation, whether it's to yourself or whether it's to someone else. Hold those goblins at bay. I could see how goblins would come out to play in a Gemini mind, right? You have a lot going on at all times in your brains, and your brains can be overworked. It can go into overdrive. The goblins come out to play, and it can suck you right down. And I could see these three cards are the cards of someone that might be being sucked right under. This tells me that it's more of a choice than you realize. It's right side up. It's a very strong card of changing direction. You still have time to change direction here, Gemini. So take that and, you know, take it for what it's worth. Oh, by the way, at the bottom of this deck here, you do have the rebirth card. You can tell that there is death on one side with the skull, and there is new life on the other. And once again, I think it's a choice. Are you going to let something die? Or are you going to give it new life? Are you going to leave something behind and maybe perhaps be reborn again in a different situation? You have more ability in this situation and more control than you realize, okay? You do have the Seven of Swords in reverse, and this is what you don't see coming. And so, you know, the Seven of Swords has come out in your readings many, many times, and it is kind of a sort of, you know, I mean a sword. It's a card of being a bit manipulative, perhaps not telling the truth. And this could be somebody doing this to you, but this is in reverse, okay? So this could be you making the choice not to be this way, you making the choice not to accept this. But there is a lack of manipulation in the future, and I'm kind of glad to see that in your readings. You do have the Ace of Cups. It's followed by love. It's followed by love. It's followed by the Nine of Wands too, which is you. It could be you being very tired, being exhausted, being, you know, the battle-worn person. You might be very tired within this situation. I could see by the first three cards that there is someone out there, at least one person, who feels exhausted. You have the King of Swords. This is the card of Aquarius. You could be dealing with an Aquarius. Many people think this card encompasses all the air signs, which is obviously you as well. The great thing about the King of Swords is that the King of Swords uses logic. Your logical mind really can, and coupled with the Four of Swords, which is finally getting the rest you need. I think you need to quiet your mind here. I really think you need to think about these things. I think that you need to use logic here, and figure out what it is you want. You have the Eight of Swords. You may feel trapped in this situation. You may feel trapped like you have no choices, but it's an illusion. Okay, that would be a goblin-like thing coming out. You feeling trapped. You feeling like there's no way out. I don't have a choice. This is, you know, I feel like nobody understands. And those are goblin-like tendencies. You do have a situation where you can come out of this anxiety. And with the Ace of Coins, it's a brand new venture, a brand new road opening, a brand new, see how this person is coming out of the ground, holding that pentacle into the light. You have the Six of Wands, which is victory. This is the potential here, and the Chariot, which is beautiful, Cancerian energy, but forward motion. I see a lot of forward motion, and I do see that with these two cards, these cards are so difficult to pick up. With these two cards here, Gemini, you have more of a role in this than you think. What you speak spells. The things that you say, the things that you do have a bearing with this Wheel of Fortune on what happens next. With this Sideways card, it tells me the choice is yours. You may feel trapped, but you're not. You may be trapped in a prison of your own making, but you can change this. You have the power to change this. Which are you going to choose here? Which are you going to choose? I do think that this could be a transitional phase for you into a really good place. There's a lot of good cards here, but there is a choice that needs to be made. You need to, and I do think it's, I don't want to say it's simple. Gemini readings are really simple, but I do think that it's more simple than you think it is. I think you need to make choices here, and you need to watch what you say. Temporary problems. Clouds are temporary problems, and I do think this is temporary energy, but it could turn into a lot more if you let it. Don't let it. You have control. You have the steering wheel here. There's a short journey involved. And, you know, when I see the short journey, the horse, along with the clouds cards, I can't help but think that this is temporary. Temporary short journey. It's short. It's short. Temporary magnifying glass. But I think you're going to go through something this week where the goblins threaten to come out to play in your head. And I do think that you need to turn this around and shut that door and speak into existence what you would like and stick to that road, because it's all good stuff. Just keep them out of your head. Okay, Gemini? I'll do one more for Gemini. I didn't do that for the other two. Let's see. I am going to split this deck for Gemini. Show me what Gemini needs. What does Gemini need this week? Gemini needs a safe place. I cast the circle round about. Safety now, beyond a doubt. A safe haven to figure this out. This is right side up, Gemini. So when these particular cards come out right side up, this is something you need to bring into being, either for yourself or for your family. There is a problem about safety, and safety doesn't necessarily have to be physical safety. It could be emotional safety. There is someone in your environment that doesn't feel safe, or maybe it's you that doesn't feel safe. But safety and having a home where you can figure this out and not let the goblins come out to play seems to be important for you this week. I wish you all the luck. Big hugs, Gemini. Hello, Cancer. Welcome to your Quickie reading. This is going to cover the 22nd through the 28th of March 2024. The energy on this table is going to pass quickly, so don't get so caught up in it. It is a microscope on a short period of time. That said, let's get started. You do have the Golden Palace, so it looks like you have good fortune here on the table. It is the undercurrent, and it is crowning you. So whatever else that's here, I think, is peripheral. You do have here the card of help. I mean, this is the card of help. It's the card of partnership. It's the card of, it could be the card of two people coming together and creating something. You have, interestingly enough, you do have the Three of Cups, and you will have the Three of Coins. And, you know, for at least one of you, you may be coming out of or find yourself involved in a third party situation. And when I say that, it doesn't necessarily have to be, you know, someone cheating on you or you cheating on someone else. It just could be something that's interfering in your relationship, a third party. Third party could be an ex-spouse, an ex-lover, a mother, a job, anything that's interfering. You do have some third party energy here, right? It's backed up by this. And you have the Justice card in reverse here. Could be an injustice that's done to you, but it also could be you not feeling balanced, feeling a little bit out of balance. But there is unfinished business here on the table with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. You do have the Three of Coins in reverse. And, you know, normally the Three of Coins would be two people, right? Or at least two people, two separate things coming together to do something together, and this is in reverse. This could be an off week for you in general, for sure. You do have time at the bottom of this deck. You're very conscious here of time. Time is very much a part of this for some reason. The timing on something seems to be important. There is something you're trying to accomplish here that you're having a problem accomplishing. Let's look at this a little bit deeper. You do have the Ten of Wands. Now, this is what you don't see coming. And so your load will lighten, okay? If you're feeling stress from this situation, This could be a past situation that sort of reared its ugly head. But whatever is going on, you're going to feel a little bit lighter here with the Ten of Swords in reverse. You have the King of Coins. So you have stability coming. It's on the way. With the Justice in reverse, that instability is going to clear up and give you and wow, look at this. You have the Ten of Cups, which is, you know, the ultimate card of pretty much happiness here and love. And you have the World. Okay. So listen, I mean, there's too many good cards here. Right? And even the Ten of Swords is in reverse. You have you have a lot of tens, you have a lot of closing out a cycle. Even this could be looked at that way. You have the Ten of Swords in reverse, which is healing from something. You have the Two of Cups, which is the coming together of two things. And, you know, listen, you're going to be fine. If you're out of balance with someone this week, it is temporary. There's too many good cards. You have the Golden Palace. You have the coming together of two things. You have the Ten of Swords in reverse, the healing. Show me for Cancer, please. For Cancer. You have the Tortoise, slowly but surely getting ahead. This may be this may feel like a long week for you, but it's going to pass. It's going to pass for you, Cancer. I have no doubt. You have celebration. See, in the end, you do have the Golden Palace and the celebratory card coming out. This Three of Cups could be a celebratory energy. It could be. It doesn't necessarily have to be a third-party situation, but there is something that throws you out of balance this week. And it doesn't seem... I have to tell you, the good outweighs the bad here. So whatever it is you are going through, if you have a moment or two of that you're unsure or that you're upset, you are healing from something here and you're going to be fine. You're coming together. There's two things coming together and creating a golden palace. So you're good. You're good to go. I wish you all the luck. Big hugs, Cancer. Hello, Leo. Welcome to your quickie reading. This is going to cover the 22nd through the 28th. Magnifying glass on a short period of time, so no matter how ominous some of this may or may not sound, it will pass quickly. Okay, interestingly enough, you do have a card of birthing pains. This was Aquarius's thumbnail, I believe, from March. So yeah, birthing pains. So you might be trying to birth something into existence. The universe is encouraging you to continue on this path. It doesn't look easy. It looks actually quite difficult sometimes. You're pulling this rock uphill. You may not, it looks like this person is alone in trying to do this. You do have the dry desert in reverse, and it warns you of illusion. Do not be fooled by mirages you may see. There may be something you're being called to look at a little bit more closely here, Leo. You do have the Three of Wands, so there is something you're waiting for actively. There is something you're waiting. You want something to come in. You are perhaps manifesting something with total belief, which is the way you're supposed to manifest. You do have the Hierophant, and there may be people in your life who thinks that the way you're doing things is unorthodox. It's not the way they would do it. You may be feeling with this Taurian energy some pressure to conform. You do have the Knight of Coins. So as slow as this is, things will start to speed up. And I do see you hanging on to whatever it is you want to hang on to. There is an air of being stubborn to these cards. For sure. It looks a little bit like stubborn energy, but you are being encouraged by the universe to continue what you're doing. You have at the bottom of the deck the Knight of Cups, so there is something that is going to show. You're going to get there's going to be some sort of, usually I would say this is an offer, but it's going to be something that reveals itself that you're going to know you're on the right path. You're going to find something, and it doesn't look like a huge payoff, but it looks like something, and your stress will be, with the 10 of Wands here, the stress will be reduced. You're going to step into a period of abundant energy here with the Aries energy. And, you know, the Magician, which pops up in your readings a lot. You know, you have the ability to manifest. I think in your last reading, we saw that there was something standing in the way of your manifesting ability. I do see that a little bleeding over into this, but not as much as last week. There is something you need to go back and watch that reading. There is something you needed to change, and it was something subtle that you needed to change in order to break through and get to the good stuff. And so I really think that that's something you should think about. If you haven't watched it, please do. It was about finances. So show me something for, it looks like August. August is going to be, remember when I said this looks like a little something, something? I do think you have a payoff coming here. And I do think that in August, you're going to see something happen that's really big. Or, you know, like big, you know, something big that you'll be able to point at and show people and say, hey, this was worth it. But I do think before that, there is something small that's going to happen that's going to make you feel a little bit better about the situation. You do have Boot, and it says increase your efforts if you want to achieve your goals. Yeah, I mean, that was pretty much what last week was. It wasn't so much that you weren't putting in the effort. It was more like you had to change something about the way you were going about it, if that makes sense. There's still a lot of success. You're going through some birthing pains for sure. The universe is encouraging you. This may feel like you're dragging a rock uphill at times, but you are the Magician in many, many, many of your readings. I know the Star and the Magician come out for you a lot. So that's all good signs. You do have to make some changes here. There are some changes you have to make. I'd go back and listen to that reading. I do think it matters. Let's split the deck here. I'm not doing this for everybody, but I am called to do it for some of the signs. Put this back. So let's see. Show me what Leo needs. Wisdom. Ha. On a Wednesday with a waxing moon, let wisdom come and be renewed. Yeah, wisdom. It's not to say that you're not smart. It's to say that you need more wisdom in this situation. It's right side up, so that means that's something you have to go and get. There is something. This could be wisdom about yourself, the way you're doing things, the way you're approaching this. It can speed up. You may be able to do something before August if you really make the changes here. But you do have something coming in. Just make sure you're not seeing things that aren't there, if that makes sense. Don't delude yourself. You have to really look at this with a critical eye and make the changes. And once you do that, things will open up for you. I really think so. And in August, it looks like you have some real movement, some serious movement. I hope this helped. Big hugs. Hello Virgo, welcome to your Quickie reading. This is going to cover the 22nd through the 28th of March 2024. The energy on the table, no matter how ominous may sound, is going to pass quickly. Let's see. We do have the compass in reverse. These cards are taken in reverse, and you may have lost your way. You may be feeling a certain way this week, especially with the 5 of coins being the way it is in the upright. You may be feeling out in the cold. You may be feeling out of sorts. You may be feeling like you've lost your direction. There is something brewing, and this could be something that's purely mental, but it could be something that is a result of something else, because you do have the Phoenix, and you have the Phoenix 2.0 here. This is, you know, in the other card in this deck, when you see the Phoenix, it is rising from the ashes, and the ashes are visible, the rising is visible. This is a phoenix that has already been born. Perhaps there is something that happened in your past where you forced you to rebuild, forced you to reinvent yourself in some way. You're in that energy already, but there may be a portion of this week where you feel out of sorts. You feel lost. Maybe this is you trying too hard to predict the outcome of something. Maybe it is a control issue. It could be for some of you. You do have the the Eight of Swords in reverse, which is great energy. It's you coming out of the energy of feeling that way, feeling alone, feeling trapped within that situation. And you have the Page of Coins in reverse. So when I see the Page of Coins in reverse, I see different things for different readings, but in this reading, I am feeling it's positive. There might be something that you feel wasn't enough. This could be a work situation. This could be a love situation. There's something that you feel you deserved more. And, with the Five of Cups here, if you notice, the Five of Cups in this is another trapped card in this particular deck, right? This is in reverse as well. Whatever it is you're feeling this week, Virgo, that you're negative about or you're feeling not so good about, at the bottom of this deck, you do go inward here. You do go inward and you figure it out. You are the Phoenix. You have lived through worse. You do have the Death card here, which is, I personally think is a positive card, especially, coming from the Compass in reverse. You do find your way, and you are able to be reborn yet again. You do have the Four of Coins, and that's you loosening your grip. Perhaps you had a very strong grip on the outcome of something, and you wanted what you wanted, and it looks like you're loosening your grip on that, and it does give birth to the Magician. So sometimes we have to, some people who are extremely Christian will say, Jesus, take the wheel. If you're not Christian, you could always just say, universe, take the wheel. I'm tired of trying to figure out the outcome to this. I'm going to let you guide me. And you are able to manifest here. You have to think outside the box with the Hierophant in reverse. That's not something Virgos are comfortable with many times. Many times they want black and white common sense answers that always worked for them. And this may be a time where you have to switch up and you don't get it. You do have the Star, and that is your hopes and dreams here. The Star is Aquarian energy, but more than that, it is the energy of, winning, of finally healing from whatever it is you needed to heal from. And really and truly, with that Death card, being reborn on a new path. And this does sound ominous, but just remember what I said at the beginning. It could very well be a lot less ominous than it sounds, because this is a short window of time. This isn't a monthly reading. But you do have the Come Together card here at the bottom, and this is prompting you to perhaps come together with another person, for sure. But it also could be your brain, two sides of your brain coming together and releasing the tension that you're under to either accomplish something, get something, have a desired outcome. You're going pretty zen in the end. And I do think that energy releases something. It releases something that was very binding and stressful for you. And a lot of people have been pulling this Goldfish card, but here is the increase in material wealth, increase in growth. So this is either growth or wealth or both. But your compass is going to get realigned, and you're going to release the expectations. You might get something more than what you want. And it says March. March factors into this. You may get something that you want this month. It really looks that way to me. Please let me know in the comments. Come back to this and let me know what it is you received, because you have the Star, you have the Magician, you have so many great cards, especially with this Phoenix here and this card. There's so many good things here, and I think that the only problem might be your tight grip on an outcome. Release your grip and let it flow to you. March is going to be a good month for you. Big hugs, Virgo. Namaste. Hello, Libra. This is your quickie reading. It's going to cover the 22nd through the 28th of March 2024. Microscope on a short period of time, so as ominous as some of this may or may not sound, it's going to pass quickly. With that said, let's get started. You do have Ride the Wave, and it's in reverse. Usually when you get Ride the Wave in reverse, it may mean that you're riding the wrong wave. What is the wrong wave? It could be anything from not thinking. I mean, basically, it is not thinking. You're not really considering something. You're just sort of jumping on a wave. With this next to it, you might be jumping on an angry wave. This is somebody who has lost their head. They're lost their head, and you could tell it's a match. So it was somebody. This is somebody that really got lost in the moment as far as being angry. You might be angry. You might be riding a wave of anger and not thinking clearly. Something might have happened to make you feel this way. You do have the Hierophant. It could be somebody in your life. Could be a mother, a spouse, a job. It's somebody that has expectations of you. This could be you, Libra. It is somebody that has expectations of you and puts you in a sort of box as to what those expectations are, what they expect from you. And there's something about this whole thing that's making you angry. You do have the Magician coming in sideways. In my readings, when cards come in sideways, there's choices that need to be made. You could make the choice here to be the Magician and manifest something different for yourself, or you could make the choice and become fairly manipulative, or not manifest things in your favor. You do have the Five of Swords here, which is nice to see, because this defensive atmosphere or this defensive mindset seems to be lessening towards the end of this time. You do have the Three of Coins, which is nice because it looks like you get help of some kind. And this thing could be centered around the fact that somebody expects certain things of you, and you might be overwhelmed. I'm not really sure. This could be, like I said, a relationship. It could be a work situation. You do have intention here at the bottom of the deck, which is nice to see because it is upright. So however unintentional this might be, and the wave that you're riding may be very unintentional and sort of haphazard, you do slip into a nice mindset later. So you do have someone upsetting you, though. So let's look at the bottom of the deck here. You do have the Six of Coins. So yeah, I mean, this is recognition. This is help, as you can see in this deck especially. It's kind of similar to this. So yeah, the help that you're receiving, the recognition for your work that you're receiving, there is unfinished business here. So if this is a relationship, it's unfinished. There is nothing, this is not the end, whether it is a work situation or not a work. And here you are. You have Libra is now on the table. The Hierophant is Taurian energy. That's it for the major arcana, except for the Wheel of Fortune, which is fixed energy. But you do have Justice, and Justice is your card. And, you know, you finally come into the upright, very balanced. If justice is something you're seeking, justice certainly is yours in the future, in the short-term future here. You have the Page of Coins. There might be something being offered to you that's not enough. You may feel that it's not enough. You may feel unappreciated. You do have the Four of Coins, so you are loosening your grip on I think you're loosening your grip on this anger. I think you're sort of, it dissipates. It definitely dissipates. And you do have the devil in reverse. This is Capricorn energy, but you know, more than that, it's toxic energy. So you might have been feeling fairly toxic. And that dissipates. So that's good to see. You do have the sun in reverse, and you know, the sun in reverse is still a decent card. It's just you don't have everything you want right now. Leo energy, by the way. You don't have everything you want, and that's okay. You will get what you want at some point. You do have the Knight of Swords, and you will be rushing in to get your due. And whatever confusion you're sitting through right now will be over. This is the card of sometimes too many choices, or it could be the card of just not knowing what the heck to do, being unsure of the choices, and that gives way to Scorpion energy, which is death. And in most situations, this one included, death is a very good card. It is the end of one thing and the beginning of another. And if you're coming from this energy, it's good that it's ending, because you're headed into this, and it actually goes that way, right? You have the anger, riding the wave of that anger, just going with it, transmuting it into actual solid intention. So if you're going through something bad right now, it is temporary. The bottom of this deck, you do have this, and if you look at this card, right? She's working on herself as if she's a piece of art. She's the work, like she's the great work. I actually used this as a thumbnail for Sagittarius. I think it was last month or the month before. But it's you working on yourself. You are your great work. You are worth it. Not only are you worth it, but you know you're worth it. You know you're worth more than you're being offered here. And you do get what you need. You transmute it. You transmute this energy into something that you could actually use, and something that's actually very good for you. Let's look at that's the tea leaves here. Give me 2 for Libra. Give me 1 on this side, 1 on this side for Libra. You have chair empty. Someone is leaving your life. Well, yeah, I mean, it's very possible someone's leaving your life, but I'm really feeling strongly that it is not a person leaving your life. It is a mindset. It is negativity. With the devil in reverse, something is absolutely leaving your life this week, but I don't think it's somebody of consequence. I think it's a toxic energy. 1 more for Libra. 1 more for Libra. And we like to see an empty chair where toxicity used to sit, right? So we have, well, family wishes come true. Well, I don't know about family. For some of you, that might be true, but wishes coming true is the theme here. You're going to transmute this into something that you can use. You're going to transmute this into something positive for yourself. It may start out with you definitely not feeling balanced, definitely not feeling anything except your raw feelings, but you do change gears here, and you do you see some toxicity to the door. You work on yourself, and you transmute it into something with intention, with great intention. And the egg is fertility, and that, my friend, is a wish coming true. So I do think, I want to say that this was almost needed. You almost needed to get mad. You almost needed to get upset. And you also needed to transmute it. But I think that that was the baseline for all the things that have happened, that will happen after it. And I do think that it was needed. And you want, you're out. The outcome is going to be something you want, Libra. Let's do this. I'll split the deck for you, Libra. Show me what Libra needs this week, please. You don't need a damn thing, Libra. This came in reverse, which means that it's already yours. So you're going to do the right thing by yourself. You're going to transmute this anger by yourself. You're going to learn what you need to learn by yourself. You're going to have this rebirth, and it's all going to be good. You definitely have the knowledge to do this on your own. And with that, where is it? This Magician card here coming in sideways. I don't want to like undo all this, but you saw that when I told you that was a choice. I do think you're going to make the right choice and be the actual magician, because you have the knowledge and the tools at your disposal to do that and work on yourself and make yourself the work of art. It could be your life you're building. It could be a job, a career. It could be just you trying to build up yourself and transmute yourself. I really like this for you, Libra. I will see you very soon, next week, next month. Big hugs. Hello, Scorpio. My name is Nigel, and you have found Alchemy. This is your quickie reading for the 22nd through the 28th of March, 2024. As ominous as some of this may or may not sound, the energy will pass quickly. It's a microscope on a very short period of time. With all that said, let's get started. So there is something coming in between you and a loved one, it seems. The come together card is in reverse. It looks as though this is a union. It looks like a very strong union, to be honest with you. And all unions have good weeks and bad weeks. This might be a questionable week for some of you. Somebody may have lost their temper here with this card. There might have been somebody that lost their temper and caused strife within this union. You do have two cards sideways, and I personally like sideways cards because the sideways cards in my readings represent choices that you have to make. You could dictate whether these cards are upside down or not, right? You could dictate your actions are going to determine what happens next. So you do have the World, which is a good card, you know, moving from one stage to another, even within a relationship, closing out a cycle within a relationship and moving on to a better, stronger cycle together, right? And you have the Ace of Wands, which is passion, you know. Usually this is, many times this is sexual passion, but, you know, it is passion nonetheless, and it's beautiful energy. You know, beautiful energy. You do have the Three of Cups, so you may not be in a very celebratory frame of mind for part of this week. Whoever it is that got angry, this could be you. This could be the person that you're involved with. Sort of douse the flames here a little bit. But I am so happy to report that your final card here is the Four of Wands, and that is synchronicity. It's a happily ever after. It's a this too shall pass type reading, okay? You do have the magic stream here at the bottom, and that is, you know, the water that's cleansing. It will cleanse away all the things that are bad right now. It's a good omen, a very good omen, especially in a future placement. It is. So let's look at some of these cards at the bottom of the deck. You have the Ten of Coins, which in the future means abundance, and the abundance can come in all forms. Abundance with someone, you know, building this Four of Wands energy, or abundance financially, or both. You do have Judgment, and so your judgment, somebody's judgment's a little off. Somebody's judgment's a little clouded here, especially with this card right here. Maybe anger got the better of one of you or both of you. You do have the Fool, so you're not starting out on a new path here, Scorpio. You are going to stay put within this. Yeah, I mean, this furthermore, you have the Six of Swords reversed. So no, you're not leaving this connection. You guys will come together in the end. So if you are worried for part of this week, don't be. This is a learning curve, and apparently you guys are having a bad week, but I have to tell you, this really looks like a nice connection. This looks like a really nice connection. Show me for Scorpio, please. Show me for Scorpio, please. Show me for Scorpio, please. All right, I'll take both. 3. No, I'm going to put 3 back. I just want 1 or 2. Okay. for Scorpio, please. You have casket, and it says someone going out of your life or the end of a situation. I personally do not think that someone is going out of your life. I said that earlier in the reading, but I do think something is leaving your life. And I think it may be this energy, okay? Which, honestly, this is what we want. We want something like that to leave your life. Every single card that I have looked at for this reading in this situation says that this connection is solid in the future. So I do not have any worries about that. Show me one more card for Scorpio. I'll take two. Let's see. We have cracked cup, dissatisfaction. I would say so. And you know what? This might be you being angry. You might be dissatisfied with something. The two of you have to work this out. You do look at a younger woman. Dealings or relationship with a younger woman. For sure, it might be. For sure, you might be the younger woman. You might be dealing with someone who's a younger woman. There might be a younger woman involved in this situation, which is why someone's angry. I don't know. It's going to be different for all of you, but there is a younger woman involved in this situation. I have to tell you that the ties that bind this couple are strong. Very strong ties. And you also have under here the High Priestess. So whatever is unclear to you this week, whatever's pissing you off this week, whatever's upsetting you and causing you all this strife, in the future you're going to have clarity and you're going to understand. That's Piscean energy, by the way. But more than that, it is crystal clear clarity. You may not feel that way right now, Scorpio, but you will feel that way in the future. Come together. Let's flip the card upside down. You do have choices to make, and when you make these choices, you will be cleansed of this, and it will leave your life, and the good stuff will remain. Big hugs. Namaste. I will see you soon. Sagittarius, welcome to your Quickie reading. This is going to cover the 22nd through the 28th of March 2024. Okay. Usual thing, microscope on a very short period of time. How ominous as some of this may or may not sound, it's going to pass quickly. So you have here details, and this details are obviously highlighted. You're being asked to look at details, to examine details that you might be overlooking, okay? You have a couple, let me get this, right. A couple of interesting oracle cards here. If you notice, this person is stuck, sort of in a hole, stuck in a place. And in an attempt to stay warm, this person is using the rungs from the ladder that he could use to escape, and he's using it to stay warm. So there might be something in your life, especially with this details cards, that you're overlooking. Something that you're not utilizing. You could be utilizing something to help you escape from a certain situation here. So please keep that in mind. I'm going to keep this with the details cards because I think it's important. You also have a love situation that could be on your mind. It could be in your life. It's somebody that is no longer with you. You see how this person's dissipating? But this might be something that you think about quite often. This might be something that you've lost recently. It might be something that you think about that's in your distant past, but it's something that is no longer with you now. And it seems to be relevant somehow. You are at a crossroads here where you either don't know which way to turn, or you just feel that you may not want, you honestly just may not want to deal with anything this week. I'm just not sure. We'll see as we go along. We do have the King of Wands, which is a great sign for a fire reading like yourself. So it's you stepping into the energy of the King of Wands. But apparently somebody may have riled you up because you do have the Five of Swords right next to the King of Wands. And, you know, somebody could have upset you. made you feel very defensive. You do have the Eight of Swords right next to it, which is feeling sort of trapped in this situation. This could be a work situation. It could be a relationship. It could be anything for any of you. But there is some sort of situation here on the table in which you don't feel, you're not feeling any movement. You're feeling sort of trapped. You're feeling defensive. You may be angry. Yeah, you are. Here at the bottom of the deck, you do have the astral projection card. So it looks like, honestly, like you would rather be anywhere but where you are at. Maybe you're dreaming of this, but you're not happy where you are. You imagine yourself somewhere else. In the future here, you do have the balancing act. So you're going to have to balance certain things. And we'll figure out what those things are as we dive into this deck a little bit. So yeah, you do have the Nine of Wands, and that is the card of someone who's really tired. So, you know, if you are defending yourself, and you're defending yourself and defending yourself, you do get to a point of exhaustion. And the Nine of Wands exemplifies that. And you do have the Hierophant in reverse. That is Taurus energy. All in all, though, you don't have too many. In fact, you have no major arcana in your first spread. This is what you don't see coming. So yeah, you are going to feel tired from all this defensiveness. And you do have the Hierophant in reverse, and that is you breaking out of a way of thinking. Perhaps you have a very rigid, or it could very well be a relationship. I just don't know. I think for some of you, this might be a marriage, honestly. This might be a marriage. This might be something that dissipated, you know, or a relationship that you had a lot of hope in, a lot of long-term hope in. It looks like two things are going on here, though. I mean, it just does. It looks like the whole relationship thing and this are two different things. Maybe you have a work money situation going on, and you're also longing for companionship, or you're missing someone. You are feeling the burden of this time right now, but in the future here, what you don't see coming, and you could see that with the sunflowers, is happiness. I mean, financial independence. You may not feel that way right now. This card makes me think that you don't feel that way right now, but that is coming in your future. It is something you might have to steal. This is the Seven of Swords energy. This is something that you might have to be very resourceful about. There is something in the details, okay? Details. There's something you're not doing that you need to do, and it might not be the most upfront behavior, but you need to do it. You're going to feel a lot less blocked off in the future. The Five of Coins is a card of feeling alone, feeling like no one's on your side, feeling like you've been left out in the cold. That is in reverse. You do have the Knight of Wands, so you're going to get a little spark of something. Yeah, and here's the Six of Swords. So you are going to be moving away. The Knight of Wands is a pretty fast-moving knight, and the Six of Swords is movement away from a bad situation into a good situation. And you have the Page of Swords here, which could be messages coming in that have something to do with this situation. You have Judgment, fixed energy. So you have, you could trust your judgment in the future. You need to balance things correctly. You need to be strategic with that Seven of Swords energy, and you need to look at the details of certain things. And here we go. You have the Magician on your side, the ability to manifest. This doesn't look like an easy ride. It doesn't. It looks like you have a wish to be somewhere else. You have the wish. Perhaps you're missing someone who is no longer with you. Perhaps work is getting on your nerves, or the money situation is. There's details here that you need to look at to pull yourself out of this situation, for sure. Give me, put that in. For Sagittarius, please. It says, take care, there will be a loss of material wealth. I mean, listen, this card It'd be great if these cards were easier to pick up. This card looks to me like you're using your resources for things that serve you in the moment, but you're not looking at the big picture. I mean, wouldn't you say this person's definitely keeping warm, but they're not looking at the big picture, right? These sticks could be used to escape. So while keeping warm is very important, I think in this situation, escaping is probably more important. So I do think there's some sort of loss tied to this. I don't think it's the end of the world. Remember, microscope on a short period of time. But give me one more for Sagittarius. Too many cards. Okay. One more for Sagittarius, please. One more for Sagittarius. You have coins. Money will be coming to you. See that? What did I say? Microscope on a short period of time. Definite loss here. You might realize that you have lost something. The devil is in the details. Once you realize the details of something, you're going to realize it's not a good idea. But in the end, what did I say? You are the magician. Somewhere in here there is the Nine of Pentacles. And I don't remember where it is. Here it is. The Nine of Coins, right? Coins. Money will be coming to you. You're going to get out of this situation. All right? I'm not really sure how this factors into it, though. It's somebody that you're thinking about that's not in your life right now. Now, why is that? I'm going to pull one more card on this. Let me see. Show me this oracle card for Sagittarius, please. You have the page here. You have the page of swords in reverse. This might be someone you were waiting on a message from, honestly, that never came in. Somebody that's on your mind. And it looks, so you do have, maybe you have dreams, honestly, of being somewhere else. The movement of being, maybe you have dreams of being with this person again. This factors into your week somehow here, Sagittarius. I do believe there are two different things on here on the table. I do. I'm going to pull, and I hope you guys forgive me. I do not do this for every sign for the quickies, but I am doing it for certain signs, and I'm doing it for you, Sag. So show me, what does Sagittarius need this week? You don't need a thing. Your destiny is calling. Your destiny is gonna, this came in reverse. When these cards come in reverse, it means that you honestly don't need to do a thing. It says, all that I shall need to know as I walk shall now be shown. This is something you don't need to seek. Your destiny is coming to you. You may yearn for something from your past. You may want to be in a different place, but all things in good time, it's coming to you. You are going to get what you want. I shouldn't say that. You're going to get what you need. You're going to get you're going to end up where you should end up. And sometimes we want to be in a place that no longer suits us, or that is a thing of the past and there's something better in your future. This could be, like I said, the job thing. It could be a person thing, and for each of you it'll be different, but you do have your destiny here on the table. And the truth is, I don't think anyone's ever pulled this particular card. So good omen for you, Sagittarius. I do wish you well. Big hugs. Hello Capricorn, welcome to your Quickie reading. This is going to cover the 22nd through the 28th of March 2024. As usual, this is a microscope on a short period of time, so as ominous as some of this may sound, keep in mind that it's going to pass very quickly. Okay, so we have the Metamorphosis card in reverse. You might be going through some sort of painful birth, some sort of, at the very least, uncomfortable. You might be feeling uncomfortable. This might stem from a situation where you might have been put in a situation where you were forced, how do I put this? You might have been feeling like this, but you were forced to present like this. You were curled up in a ball inside yourself, not showing the world this sadness, depression, I don't know, something very, very anxiety perhaps. You kept that to yourself. You showed the world a whole different face from what was actually going on, or maybe what is going on. You're keeping things to yourself. And as an Aquarian, I understand that better than anybody. Let's move on here. We have the Seven of Cups. You in reverse, you might feel like you have no choices. You may feel boxed in. With the Nine of Swords, you may be feeling a lot of anxiety, a lot of sleepless nights. You do have the Queen of Swords in reverse, and when the Queen of Swords is in reverse, oh my God, watch out. She might have a very not so nice things to say. She doesn't hold back. She's not particularly in control of that. Like the Queen of Swords usually is very controlled energy. The Queen of Swords in reverse sort of just lets it go, lets her mouth sort of go. This could be someone you're dealing with, or it could be you. You could have reached the end of your rope. You do have the Devil in reverse, which is Capricorn energy in reverse. Now, yeah, I mean, this could be the release of toxic energy, but this also could be you, Capricorn, just not feeling yourself. The great thing, there are two great things here. You do have, and I'm sorry about my sniffles, I have bad allergies and it's that time of year. You have the Golden Palace and the things you don't see coming. So you are going to get past this, and you are going to be put in a better situation. And this is the card of birthing, the universe birthing something beautiful into existence. Okay? So with these two cards in your future, I don't worry about this week, but this week looks heavy for some people, for someone, for sure. The bottom of the deck, you do have the Page of Cups. You might be revoking your love. You might have been, there might be an offer that you were looking for that did not come in. You might be pulling back your offer from somebody. You are feeling like this person stuck in the muck. You are pulling yourself out of it very slowly. You do have the Queen of Wands energy, which is fire energy here. You could be dealing with a fire sign, or this could be you stepping in the future, stepping out of that Queen of Swords in reverse energy and stepping into fire energy that gets things done. And here's your justice. If you're looking for justice in a situation, justice is on its way. I think I've seen this for you in your other readings, and I do believe that this will happen. If somebody has screwed you over, Capricorn, if somebody has broken your heart, have no fear. Justice is on the way. You do have the King of Coins in your future as well, and with the Golden Palace, that sort of matches that energy of abundance. Your Two of Swords energy is dissipating. You're not going to feel stuck in the future. You're going to feel like the alchemist, like the temperance. The temperance is somebody that can change one thing into another, change a bad situation into a good situation, take lemons and make lemonade. Sagittarian energy. You do have a lot of fire energy here on the table. You might be meeting a fire sign, because here we have the Two of Cups in your future. So if someone has broken your heart, you can expect to meet somebody new in the future. This is a really familiar feeling for me. Having to put on a face for the world and feeling like you're in a fetal position inside is a very familiar feeling. I understand it, but it will pass. It seems to be part of your metamorphosis. You have the Ram here, a stubborn, aggressive person. That might be you. And at the end of the day, this might end up being where you are, or you might be dealing with another fire. So remember when I said there was a fire sign on the table? It could be an Aries. Aries is the Ram. So you might be dealing with an Aries, or you might at the very least be dealing with a stubborn human being. One more. One more. You have Wheel, indecisiveness, allowing your life to ramble. Well, you know, I look at the wheel differently. I look at it like it is a change in fortune. And I do see a sharp change in fortune just between these two cards, right? The painful birthing metamorphosis process and the palace, the payoff, the Two of Cups coming from this lonely situation over here. The wheel's constantly turning and things are constantly changing, for sure. See, you know what? I'm going to do this. Come here. Show me this oracle card for Capricorn, please. And here we go. There's the Devil. At the bottom of the deck, you have the Page of Swords in reverse. So a message that perhaps didn't come the way you'd wanted it to come, but you do have this. You know, I do think Capricorns can be a lot like Aquarians in this way, where we take this sort of feeling and we block it from the world so nobody sees it. It can be looked at as toxic, but to me it's a defense mechanism, Capricorn, and I understand it. You know, people will say that it's toxic, but I don't agree with that. I think that we all have different ways of handling things, and that might be yours. That might be yours. If you find that this is toxic for you, if you find that holding certain things in is toxic for you, you might want to find an outlet for this. But for me, I just find it soothing. But that's just my personality. You do have this Two of Cups. You do have this Golden Palace. The wheel is turning. And this stubborn, aggressive person might be you. But it might be someone that you're dealing with. And it's going to be different for all of you. But have no fear. The universe has plans for you. It may not seem that way this week. But the universe does have plans for you, Capricorn. Big, big hugs. Hello Aquarius, welcome to your Quickie reading. This is going to cover the 22nd through the 28th of March. As ominous as some of this may sound, the energy here on the table will pass quickly. Okay, so let's start here. You do have the One Ring Circus in reverse, and when I see this card in reverse, it might mean that you are trying to control an outcome, or perhaps someone is trying to control you. It looks like somebody may be on the outside looking in. Is this you? It's sort of Five of Pentacles-ish in nature, but it is somebody that wants back in. Is this you that wants back into a situation, or is it someone that wants back in to you? The One Ring Circus does blend with this card. Somebody is looking for control of a situation. So let's look at these cards. We do have the Six of Wands, which is always a good card. You may feel victorious in some way. Hold on one second. I have really bad allergies this time of year, so if I sniffle, excuse me. Yeah, it is some sort of victory, okay? But it's tied in with problems. It's tied in with some loss of abundance. You have loss of abundance twice. You have the Ten of Coins in reverse along with the Empress in reverse. This might very well be someone abusing their power. Somebody might have power in your life and they're abusing that position of power, and it's impacting your finances. You do have the Chariot, and the Chariot is in reverse, and you may feel stuck. You may feel like unable to move forward because of that. Remember, this is a short period of time. All right. You have Aries energy here, and you also have Cancerian energy here. Okay, so let's look at some of these cards. You do have the Seven of Wands. You may feel cornered, and I could see that in these two cards. You may feel very cornered here, Aquarius. You have the Ace of Swords, where you're not thinking very clearly. Perhaps the truth is not what you think it is, or perhaps somebody is hiding the truth from you. You have the Magician, so at the end of the day, you do have the power to manifest whatever it is you want. And you have the Nine of Wands, and the Nine of Wands is being battle-worn. You're tired. You're tired of the situation, whatever it is. You have the High Priestess. Furthermore, this is a lot like the energy that I'm getting off the Ace of Swords in reverse. This is not knowing. Piscean energy, but more than that, not knowing, being unclear. There's certain things that you just don't know. You do have slow progress coming your way, and you do have some help coming your way. And it looks like help in the way of money. So you have the Two of Swords. You may feel stuck, but you're waiting on something here. And with the Strength card, I think you're going to be strong enough to ride this out. Leo energy, by the way, but you're going to be strong enough to get through this. You do have at the bottom of this deck, which is really nice, you have the Field of Dreams. Obvious fertility, springtime, blossoms, dreams. Your dreams, the Field of Dreams is just around the corner here, Aquarius, and you also have this, which is wonderful. This is the treasure chest. This is somebody opening up a treasure chest of gold. So there's something coming, okay? There is something coming, but it looks very much like it's not an easy ride, and it looks like there is somebody here trying to control you. There is I think it's somebody trying to control you. I do think there's somebody using their position of power to try to control you and make their way back into this situation. For Aquarius, please. For Aquarius, please. You have an older woman here on the table. Dealings or relationships with an older woman. There might be an older woman involved in this situation. Someone's mother, and so forth, but there is an older woman involved in this somehow. One more. Okay. Compliments from an admirer. You might have an admirer. It might be this bozo here. It might be, but the bottom line is you have an admirer here. I hope it's not this creepy admirer that's trying to make their way back in, but you do have the Field of Dreams. You have the these two cards give me the most hope, and I think these are the best future cards that I have read for so far, and I only have Pisces left. So I think once you get over this hump, you're going to be okay, but it just looks precarious. You know, I will pull one card for you from my trusty Witch's deck here. Okay. Allergies are killing me this time of year. I absolutely hate the fall and the spring. Okay. Show me what Aquarius needs this week, Spirit. What does Aquarius need this week? I think you pulled this last week, didn't you? I'm pretty sure. You're gonna get justice. You're going to get your justice. It's in reverse, which means you don't need to seek it out. It's coming, or it's already yours. Whether you see it or not yet is a different story, but it's already yours. You don't have to do a thing. Don't have to do a thing. You're going to have the strength to get through this. And in the future, your future looks amazing. Big hugs. Namaste. Hello Pisces, welcome to your Quickie reading. This is going to cover March 22nd through the 28th, 2024. All the energy on this table is going to pass pretty quickly. It's a microscope on a short period of time. With that said, let's get started. You do have this slow and steady wins the race card. It's coming in sideways. You may not know whether to speed things up. You may be in a period of indecision about how to proceed. You do have these two cards here, which is pretty interesting. You have The fairy in the jar, you may feel trapped within a certain situation. You may be dealing with someone else in your life that may be trapped within a certain situation. You may not even know that the jar is there. And what's interesting is this is the card of escape through love. So you might be wondering which way to turn, but your escape is love-based somehow. Maybe you need to love yourself more. Maybe you need to... There's something to do with love. We'll get a broader picture, but, right off the bat, I have to tell you, these two cards, this is at the bottom of this deck, this was at the bottom of this deck, are both cards of addiction. You may be dealing with someone, especially with this fairy in the jar here. You may be dealing with someone who has an addiction problem. Maybe you have an addiction problem, but rock bottom and this card, this oracle card, they're both signs of addiction. So that is something you may be dealing with right now, presently. You have the 8 of coins, which is you not working on something. You may have pulled your energy away from something. You may not be working on it anymore. This 8 of Cups energy, what's interesting is you may not be working on one thing, but you find with this 8 of Cups in reverse energy, I feel like it's a lot of back and forth. I feel like it's a lot of back and forth, like you're doing something, you're not doing something. You have the 10 of Swords, which means you're trying to heal from something. I don't know whether some of you are actually dealing with an addiction that you're trying to heal from. If so, congratulations for doing this. It's really, really an important step. And it's very difficult. Or if you're dealing with someone in your life that you love that has an addiction problem. And if that's true, that is a very difficult job, role to have. You do have the King of Wands in reverse, which is the opposite of action. It looks like whoever's reading this is having a very difficult time. And I'm probably going to, this is a Pisces reading. It's my last reading. I'm going to clarify these cards, and I didn't do that for anyone else, Pisces, but I am going to do it for you. Show me the 8 of Coins. The 8 of Coins is, yep. So whoever's feeling this way this is the Leo card in reverse, Strength in reverse, zapped of strength, the Sun in reverse. Normally, this is difficult. You might be dealing with a Leo. There might be Leo highly aspected in someone's chart, but I have to tell you, there's a lot of Leo energy on the table, and it's all in reverse. This is the opposite of the Sun, the opposite of strength. Show me the 10 of Swords. Hold on, I have to sneeze. Sorry, bad allergies. But yeah, so you have the Chariot here, and so you're looking to pull away from this pain. You're looking to that's Cancer energy. Look at all these major arcana, though. My God. Very difficult week for someone out there. I apologize if this is not your reading. You should check your other placements if this isn't. Very specific, and I'm leaving it up as it is. Show me the King of Wands. You have the King of Wands. Yeah, you have a lot of arguing, a lot of non-forward movement, a lot of not planning here. Plans have stopped. Somebody is dealing with an addiction problem, and it's either your personal problem and you feel stuck in this jar, or it's somebody that you really love and they're stuck in this jar, or you feel stuck with them. I'm very, very sorry about this. You know what, before I do that, let's look at what you may not see coming. Okay, you do have the Queen of Swords. You may be coming to a point where you have to use your head above your heart here, Pisces. You have the 9 of Swords in reverse, which is the end of anxiety, the end of these sleepless nights. You have the Moon in reverse, which is clarity. You will have clarity in your future. You don't see that coming. You have the 7 of Coins, and you're going to be waiting for a certain outcome, and the outcome is going to be positive because you have your Ace of Cups and you have your 8 of Wands, which is positive forward movement. I'm going to stop pulling right here because you have the Star. This does look like a difficult journey for someone, but you have healing here. Rock bottom and healing. I apologize so much for these sniffles. I'm so sorry. Give me one more. One more for Pisces, please. Protection from a powerful friend. You know, when I see a dog, I see obviously all positive things, and I see a powerfully loyal companion, and you might be that powerfully loyal companion to someone in their time of need. Or if you're going through this yourself, you have someone, especially with this escape hatch here, you have someone who is very loyal and loving and great. And it does say weeping willow. It says family sorrow. I would imagine that dealing with something like this causes a lot of family sorrow. For sure, Pisces, for sure. I am going to split the deck for you here. Let's split the deck for Pisces. What does Pisces need, please? All that I shall need to know as I walk shall now be shown. Your destiny awaits. It is right side up, so therefore this is something you need to figure out, Pisces. You need to figure out what your destiny is. You are not in your destiny energy right now. You're in healing energy right now. You've hit rock bottom, or someone very close to you has hit rock bottom, but you have this healing energy coming in, and then your destiny shall be made known to you after you get through this. I wish there was more I could do for you. I don't know. I feel for you. I feel for you a great deal. Please let me know in the comments if this pertains to you. Big hugs. Namaste.